Welcome back to Lila at Home in another episode of Memory Bites. Today, we're making Chinwe's jollof rice. She shares her recipe in her book, My 20 Top Nigerian Recipes. To get your hands on a copy of this book, check out the link below. Let's hear what Chinwe says about jollof rice.
Hi Leila, thanks for featuring my jollof rice recipe on Memory Bites. So jollof rice is a flavorful rice dish made by cooking long grain rice in a tomato and pepper sauce. It's one of my favorite things to eat for obvious reasons. It's delicious, easy to make, and can be made on a budget. The dish is popular all across West Africa, with various countries having their own variations. Here in Nigeria, jollof rice is synonymous with parties. I mean, you cannot have a party without jollof rice. It's not even a party if you're not serving jollof rice. So when I think of jollof rice, what comes to my mind is parties, festivities, celebrations, generally fun times. And the great thing about this dish is that it not only gives you that party vibe, it also creates a party in your mouth. With all the flavors, your taste buds will be dancing for joy. So this recipe is my own take on the Nigerian jollof. It's simple, easy to make, and packed full of flavors. So enjoy!
Alrighty, let's get started. You'll find the recipe to make 2 generous servings in the description below. Adjust as needed for your party. First of all, let's make the tomato and pepper mix. You'll need a food processor or blender for this. Chop up 2 ripe tomatoes. Remove the seeds from 1 bell pepper and chop it up. Roughly chop up 1/4 of an onion. I only have a stick blender, so I'll be doing this in portions. You should be able to do this in one go if you have a food processor or a blender. Blitz all the chopped up vegetables and 1 bay leaf into a smooth puree. Chinwe's recipe calls for Scotch bonnet chilies. I can't find this in Wellington, so I'm using red chilies instead. I like my food hot, so I'm using 2 chilies, but adjust to your own heat tolerance. Removing the seeds from the chili also reduces the heat level. Once you get a nice puree, transfer it into a pot. Cook the puree on medium heat until the moisture evaporates. When you run a spoon through the mix and it doesn't fill up, you know that the tomato and pepper mix is at the right consistency. Wash 1 cup of rice. Drain and put in a bowl. Cover the rice with boiling water. The water should come to about 1 inch above the surface of the grains of rice. Cover and set aside. Finally dice 1/4 of an onion, 1 thumb-sized ginger, and mince 2 garlic cloves. Heat up some oil in a pan and saute the chopped onions. Once the onions are translucent, add the garlic and the ginger. Stir to make sure that the garlic and ginger doesn't catch on the bottom of the pan. Then add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. When all the ingredients have made friends with each other, add all of the reduced tomato and pepper mix and continue cooking. Heat 1 cup of chicken stock in a separate pot. To the tomato and pepper mix, add 1 teaspoon of curry powder, 1 teaspoon of thyme, and crumble in 1 seasoning cube. Give the mix a taste and adjust seasoning as needed. Drain the soaked rice and place in a pot. Gradually add in the tomato and pepper mix, a spoonful at a time, and make sure all of the grains of rice is covered in that nice mix for maximum flavor. Add the hot chicken stock and stir. Cover with the lid and cook at low heat until the rice is cooked. When the rice is done, remove from the heat but keep the lid on until you're ready to serve, at least for 5 minutes. Serve your jollof rice with your choice of side dishes. Here, I'm quickly frying a piece of leftover roast chicken. I've also made a salad with a simple lemon and olive oil dressing. As Chinwe mentioned earlier, jollof rice is packed full of flavor. So whatever side dish you add to it, make sure it doesn't compete for flavor. You can garnish your jollof rice with some chopped up cilantro. I've served jollof rice with soft-boiled eggs and some fried tofu. And another time with chicken and garlicky green beans. If you enjoyed watching this video, check out the Memory Bites playlist. Or you can also check out my In the Kitchen playlist. Until next time, eat well. Thanks for watching.